Welcome back everybody to another video. Hope you guys are doing great today. Today I'm ranking every single Minecraft update from the best, the top tier, to the worst. Essentially my least favorite or the one I just don't remember too much about. So clearly subjective, it's all for fun. I encourage you guys to share your favorite update down below in the comment section in preparation for the Wild Update 1.19. Now, I don't think it's included in this list. It's not released yet, but I will be ranking the Wild Update as well. Wait a second. Only 40% of you watching the video are subscribed. What are you waiting for? Join the Stealth Army. Here, if I can beat you in a staring contest, you have to subscribe. They included some updates I've never even experienced. I'm not an OG like some of you guys. I've been playing Minecraft since around 1.6, around 1.7 give or take, when they added all of those cool biomes. We got the donkeys and the mules, I think, in 1.6. And the horses as well. So that's about around the time when I started playing. And of course, this was on console edition, so we got features a lot later than Java edition. So yeah, things weren't really balanced back then in terms of who got what. So yeah, I'm not an OG. I just want to make that very clear. I don't really think this would be a fun video if I gave every single update an A or an S. That's just simply not true, right? Clearly, there's some updates that are better than others. Some updates are going to be special to people for odd or unique reasons. Maybe it's the update that got you started into Minecraft, like it was your first update. But I'm just going to rank them based off of the features and my own experience. So let's start off with 1.0. And overall, I mean, this does add a lot of cool features. We got the brewing stand, we got enchanting, we got the end and hardcore. Like, hardcore is major, right? And we got breeding. I'm going to go ahead and throw this into the A category simply because of hardcore. It's still extremely relevant. I mean, all of these features are relevant to this day. I would say, like, brewing and enchantments, they don't get too much love. So hopefully we'll see a major update for that very soon. But I think A is a respectable grade. The next one on the list is 1.1. And this one adds quite a bit of features. I don't know if it's as big as 1.0, but it adds spawn eggs. I think overall about 20 of them. We also got a bunch of biomes like the beaches. We got the desert hills, the extreme hills, forest hills, and the taiga hills. We also got ladders, melons, pumpkins, oak leaves, fence gates, golden apples, a bunch of music discs, magma cubes. So overall, it's a pretty good update. The next one we have is 1.2, which was released March 1st, 2012, a very long time ago. I probably should have done that for the first two as well. So 1.1 was released January 12th, 2012, and 1.0 was released November 18th, 2011. Holy cow. Let me know if you were playing Minecraft back then. I definitely was not. So yeah, 1.2 introduces, it looks like the anvil. We got the jungle biomes, wooden bridges for the mine shaft, the desert wells, bottle of enchanting, redstone lamps, fire charges, chiseled stone bricks. We also got the iron golem. Ooh, and ocelot. I care about the iron golem a lot, though. This is a tough one, guys. I really do love the iron golem. It's not an A for sure. It's not an A. It might be a B. Let me know if you guys agree with that ranking. But let's move on to 1.3, which was released August 1st, 2012. This one includes the jungle and desert temples, or pyramids. And then we also got emeralds, book and quill, the written books, tripwire. Let's see what else they included. Ooh, we got the ender chest. Ooh, this is a tough one. I love the ender chest. We got the god apples, the enchanted apples, OG, and a bunch of new commands as well. I think the commands are important, but if I read every single feature from every update, like, we'll never get through this, guys. Like, we're never gonna get through this video. This is a good one, okay? I think it's also a B, only because of the ender chest and the desert temples. I think they're really good features. Yeah, so we're gonna give that a B. Maybe I should be tougher. I feel like I'm not being tough, but yeah, I think that's good, right? B's are good grades. Let's move on to, I think the next one is 1.4, which released October 24th, 2012. This was called the Pretty Scary Update, which included witches, bats, zombie villagers, wither skeletons, the command block. That is major right there. We got the beacon. We got a bunch of new foods like potatoes, carrots, and pumpkin pies. So overall, a really awesome update. I'm surprised they haven't done anything new or interesting with beacons ever since they introduced beacons. Like, that just seems like a missed opportunity in my opinion. Really sad to see that because beacons, in my opinion, has so much potential. So I think overall this is a good update. I'm not sure though, like, does the wither make it really good? I would have to say yes. I mean, it's a new boss, so that's pretty big. I would say 1.4 is probably an A, right? 1.4 is an A. So we'll go ahead and throw it up with the A category because that's significant. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is 1.5. And this was released March 13th, 2013. So it's called the Redstone Update, which obviously means that it has a lot of redstone features like the activator rail. We got block of redstone, daylight sensor. We got the dropper, the hopper, the redstone comparator, trapped chest, weighted pressure plate. You guys get it. I mean, it adds a lot of redstone stuff. We also got quartz as well. So I don't really do much with redstone. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I just don't do too much with redstone. For my redstone builders out there, I gotta apologize to you for this, but we gotta make it interesting. I'm going to go ahead and give this a C, okay? I want to give it a D because I just don't do anything with redstone, but that doesn't mean it's not significant. Clearly, redstone's a big deal, and I think that Mojang realizes that they want more people to engage with redstone and use it because they literally added redstone tutorials in the ancient city. So it obviously means a lot to Mojang, and they want to see more people use it. So I don't know, maybe in the future I'll start playing around with redstone. You guys can help me out as well. Moving on to 1.6, which was released, let's see, July 1st, 2013. And this is around the time when I started playing Minecraft. It's called the Horse Update. So it adds horses, we got the leads, coal blocks, carpets, a bunch of new commands as well. Overall, I think this is a pretty small update. Like, we got donkeys and mules. We also got the skeleton and zombie horses. But I don't really think this is a big update, even though it's the one I recall playing or starting Minecraft on. Like, I don't want to like give it a high score just because of nostalgia. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a D. Honestly, I hate to do it, but yeah, just compared to some of these other updates, even like the Wither Boss one, it's a D. I think that's just how I feel about it. Now for nostalgia, I would obviously give it like an S or a B for best, but it's not. I'm just going to give it the D. So let me know how you guys feel about that one down below. But let's go ahead and move on to 1.7. I'm just going to go ahead and throw 1.7 right now in the S tier, okay? Because this was like, back then, this was like the Caves and Cliffs update before Caves and Cliffs, you know what I'm saying? Like, check out all of these features. Let me see if I can bring this over to the other screen. Look at some of the stuff that we got here, okay? Just, it goes on and on and on. We got stained glass. We got a ton of new wood variants, like acacia, dark oak wood. We got a bunch of saplings, leaves. We got a bunch of plants and flowers. A lot of new biomes. Like, a lot is going on in this update. You could probably say this was like the first big major update. Not to say the other updates weren't big or massive, but in terms of features, you just can't compare it. We got over 20 variants for the biomes. That's just crazy. We got amplified as well. Yeah, 100%. This is an S tier. But I can honestly say that most people would put this in either S or, if it's their favorite update, then the best ever. 1.7 is that incredible. But let's move on to 1.8. Oh yeah, that update came out, I believe, 2014? No, 2013, October 25th. So yeah, a long time ago. Next up, we have the Bountiful update, 1.8. I feel like a lot of people started around 1.8. This released September 2nd, 2014. And I believe this is the Ocean Monument update, so a really awesome update. And we got a ton of blocks. We got coarse dirt, granite, andesite, diorite. Like, I love andesite so much. Ugh. We got prismarine, all the prismarine blocks, which means, yeah, the Ocean Monument came as well. So we got the Guardians in here. Yo, this is such a good update. Yeah, I think 1.8 is special to a lot of people. But I think I'm going to throw it in the B category. Yeah, I'm going to have to throw it in the B category with the Wither. No, actually, I gave the Wither an A. But I think Guardians are still a B. Even with the Elder Guardian, I think that's still a B in my opinion. If you guys disagree, that's fine. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if people switch 1.4 and 1.8. But I'm just going to go ahead because I don't explore the ocean monuments enough to give it a higher rank. Not to say that doesn't mean it's not significant, but yeah, I think B is still a good grade. So let's move on to 1.9. 1.9. I can't even say it with a straight face because this is a controversial update. You know, 1.9 is a very controversial update. I know people that would give it an S, and I know people that would give it an F. I don't know. I don't know where I fit in that category. But let's just read some of the features, right? We got dual wielding. We got the spectral tipped arrows. We got shields. Of course, we got all of the end features. We got the dragon head as well. A ton of features for the end, like the end rods, the end stone bricks, the purple slabs, purple blocks. A lot of features, but I think some of the more memorable features were related to the combat mechanics, the combat system, which was extremely divisive. And for that very reason, I'm going to give this a C. Not because it doesn't add a lot of features. Clearly, I mean, the Elytra Wings alone, you could put it in the S category, right? It doesn't really have anything to do with the features, but more so the changes for the combat system. I think they probably could have spent a little bit more time on getting community feedback on that, and I think they realize it as well. So we're going to give it a C. I don't want to give it a D. I probably could. Should I? Let's give it a D. Yeah, we're going to give 1.9 a D ranking, guys. Oh, man. I can't wait to read the comments today. Let's move on to 1.10, the Frostburn update. Now, this was released June 8th, 2016. It added magma blocks, nether wart blocks, red nether brick, fossils. We got the strays and the husks, which we all love strays and husks. And yeah, overall, this seems like a relatively small update. We got polar bears as well, and we all know how cool polar bears are. Oh, man. A ton of commands, but yeah, this is a really easy one for me. We're going to go ahead and give 1.10 a C. Actually, a D. Yeah, I'm giving 1.10 a D as well. Just not enough is going on in this update. 1.11, though. Yes, we like 1.11, the Exploration update, released November 14th, 2016. I have a feeling this is probably a lot of people's favorite update because I see a lot of people that just absolutely love Illagers. I don't know why, probably because of Minecraft Dungeons, but if you love either of those things, Minecraft Dungeons, or if you love Illagers, then you probably will love 1.11 because we get the Vindicators, we get the Evokers, we get the Woodland Mansion, and one of my favorite items in the entire game, Totem. We get the Totem of Undying. This is so game-changing for me and for a lot of people, especially hardcore players. If you're a hardcore player, 1.11 is game-changing for you. This is an S tier update. I think so. It's not the biggest update, but it adds a lot of consistently good features. They're all just really good features. We also got llamas, we got the vexes. Yeah, just overall a really fun update. And we got curses. Like we got two curses? The Curse of Binding and the Curse of Vanishing. So 1.11 is going to be easy S tier. A? S? S. Yeah, it has to be S, man. I think so. If you guys disagree, like I said, that's fine. But let's go ahead and move on to 1.12. I don't remember much about 1.12, honestly. World of Color released June 7th, 2017. This adds a ton of blocks like the glazed terracotta, concrete, colored beds, illusioners, and parrots. Illusioners? What? So I think that's about it. I mean, we got a lot of blocks related to the concrete and the colored beds. So if that's your thing, you're probably going to love this update. But overall, this is a really small update. Is 1.12 worse than these updates? I think it is. I think 1.12 is an E. I don't think any update is an F. Like, F is just sort of like you hate the update. But I think E compared, like, I'm comparing 1.12 to a lot of these other updates that added that and more. Like 1.7. And then we got, the Bountiful update, I think? Like, there's some updates that just expand on not only blocks, but biomes and mobs and other features. But 1.12 seems more specifically related to blocks. So if you're a builder, which I am, you'll probably like this, but it's still like a sleeper in my opinion. So let's go ahead and move on to 1.13, which is Update Aquatic. This is a fan favorite update. I have to be careful about this because I don't want you guys getting too heated. 1.13 is a great update. It was released July 18th, 2018. So a very special update to a lot of people, including myself. We got a ton of new features. I think one of my favorite ones being the tropical fish. They went all out there. We also got the dolphins. We got the drowned, phantoms as well. We got turtles. A ton of ocean biomes, okay? They went crazy here. So some of my favorite features as well were the enchantments. So like channeling and riptide. They went crazy. A ton of plants as well. We got the kelp. We got the heart of the sea. Ooh, and shipwrecks. Yeah, this is S, man. Why are we even going over this? This is S, 100%. Everything's gonna be S from here on out. All right, next up is 1.14 Village and Pillage. I really don't even feel like I need to spend much time on 1.14. This is just overall a dearly loved update by everybody. We all love 1.14. Mojang, well done, Mojang. Well done with 1.14. It truly is one of the best updates of all time. I was thinking about that for a second. It is one of the best updates of all time. If you don't believe me, just look at some of these features we got going on right here, man. Just look at some of this stuff we got. The Wandering Trader. We got the foxes. We got brown mushroom cows. We got pandas, pillagers, ravager. All of these blocks. The scaffolding, the lantern, the barrel, the bell, blast furnace, the cartography table. Obviously, the fletching table, moment of silence for fletching table. Campfires, grindstones, lecterns, the loom, stonecutter. It goes on and on and on. And then we got, of course, the bad omen effect. Wow. And then they gave every village its own biome-specific type. So if you find a village in the desert, you're getting a desert village. If you find a village in the taiga, you're getting a taiga village. Like they went crazy on this update. I absolutely love 1.14 Village and Pillage. It is the best, one of the best updates. But let's move on to 1.15, the Buzzy Bees update, which is a very special and cute update. I have nothing against small updates. I want to make that very clear. I'm okay with it. 1.15, the Buzzy Bees update released December 10th, 2019. So this adds the beehives, we got the honey bottles, the honeycombs, a ton of stuff related to bees, and obviously they're just great to have in your village or your house. Like, there's a lot of ways you can utilize bees. So a very fun and small update. Now, yes, it is small, so it's not going to compete with an S tier or even the best tier type of updates, but I do think it's an A. I do think that 1.15 is an A or a B. We're going to go ahead and give it an A. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think A is good. Moving on, we have 1.16. Now, 1.16 is my favorite update. Not much else to say about that. 1.16 is my favorite update of all time, even more so than Village and Pillage. It is by far my favorite, and I think it is the best update Mojang has ever released. Now, I can completely understand if someone would say, no, 1.7 is the best update they ever released, or Village and Pillage is the best update they've ever released. By this point in time, it's just really difficult, guys. They've released a lot of good updates, but in my opinion, 1.16 is just that good. It's that good. The other ones, I just don't really have too much input in the betas or the alphas, so we'll leave them there. And let's talk about the last three updates. So 1.17, 1.18, and 1.19. So 1.17 is when Mojang decided to split the Caves and Cliffs update. They split it in half. They focused primarily on the blocks in the first half, and the second half is all about the world generation, everything related to that, including the new biomes. So I think we know at this point which one is better. And 1.17 isn't even a bad update. It just doesn't really feel complete. So I think a lot of people are still feeling sort of the bitterness of not having everything at once. I mean, it's the first time it's ever happened. But 1.17 introduces a ton of blocks, and we got the Amethyst Geodes as well. So I think it was still a very good update. But 1.18 is still better. So I got some images right here since they're not on the list. We'll go ahead and just sort of drag them to the other side. We got part 1 of Caves and Cliffs. Can I make it smaller? No, we can't. We can't make that smaller. Okay. Well, 1.17 would probably go in the B category. B or C, in my opinion. But I still think it's like, I don't think it's an A. It's definitely not an S. I think 1.17 is a B. So I'd put it right with 1.3, 1.2, and the Bountiful update. Now we got 1.18. I've been contemplating this for the past 5 minutes. Like, I keep going back and forth between 1.18 being the best and 1.18 being an S tier. But I think more people will agree with me if I put 1.18 as one of the best updates of all time. So that's where it should be, I think. It should be up there with 1.16, and it should be up there with Village and Pillage. I think a lot of you guys will agree with me. I think more people would not agree if I put it in the S tier, but it definitely deserves a lot of respect. The world generation aspect exceeded expectations. I think we can all agree that we were not expecting anything remotely like what we got in the world generation from 1.18. It's just that good. So the last one is 1.19. Now, it's not officially released when I'm recording this video, but I've been playing the betas, the snapshots, ever since they dropped in survival and creative. I've probably put over maybe 200, 300 hours into the beta features by now, probably more than that. So I have a pretty good understanding of what we're getting. And I think for the most part, it's a good update. But it is definitely not the best. It's not an S tier. I think it would probably be, in my opinion, around an A or a B, simply because of the warden and the lore. We got the mangrove swamp, which is a really good biome, but it doesn't really leave that type of impression that would make me think like, yeah, this is up there with the best. We got the warden in the ancient city, which I think is really saving this update. Overall, if it weren't for the warden, and if it wasn't for the ancient city and the deep dark, this update would not even be past a B. But because we got the warden in the ancient city and the deep dark and the lore, I think this is an A. I think this is an A. So 1.19, we're gonna throw in the A category with, looks like we got 1.0, we got the pretty scary update and the Buzzy bees. So yes, that is where I'd put these updates. So hopefully this isn't terribly confusing. 1.18 is the best. 1.17, I think we put in the B category. And then we put 1.19 in the A category. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I want to say thank you for watching. Let me know which ones you agree with, which ones you don't agree with, and I'll see you all in the next video. So take care. Peace.